Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum is currently recovering a little bit in line with expectations. Already earlier today I talked about a possible upcoming fourth wave, then kept the members up to date also on Telegram about possible targets for the fourth wave here, and it looks like we're doing currently a C wave to the upside within this this slight uptrend before we get another low. However, this additional low is only preferred as long as we stay below 1478. If we break out above 1478, then we will most likely look at something more bullish. For example, a more direct breakout to the upside and that the low is already in. How would we count that? If the low is already in, so if we're counting that differently to say the low could already be in, but that cannot be the primary because it's not an ideal structure, then it would be a WXY, where I have the A wave, that would be a W, this would be an X, and the Y down, A, B, C. Could be complete, then we could already be in the breakout. So the possibility is there. We've got enough waves for a complete WXY structure, but is it the primary? Can it be the primary? A WXY typically cannot be the primary. Typically not. Because it's not an ideal corrective structure. Still though, it's a possibility. So we need to have that on the radar, which is also why I started to buy into ETH, but you know, we will only know afterwards. But certainly at the moment, you know, we can focus on higher against the low of 1370. We are now in the target area for this fourth, so that worked out. In this target area, yeah, I said to you, the ideal target is 1452. I think we might get there the way it's going. That's the 38.2 fib level. After that, we've got that 1478 level, and only above that, if we get above that level, then we can consider something more bullish, especially if the move up is in 5 waves. It needs to be in 5 waves. And then the next pullback will give us proof. So basically, let's say we were about to rally in 5 waves, even though it looks a bit messy what we're doing here. But let's say this turns into a 5-wave rally, then the next pullback, if it's in 3 waves, will be a good confirmation that the trend has shifted back to the upside. But for now, it's a bit too early. I think tomorrow we're gonna see that wave 4 play out. Yeah, ideally we see a little bit of time being spent in the wave 4. Before then, we might get some wave 5 completion moves here. Next week, we've got CPI as well. So typically, we get some volatility there. And yeah, would be ideal to turn around somewhere in this green support area. Ideally, it doesn't drop below 1290. I think I did already communicate that in the last video. I mean, if we make one more low, ideally not below 1290. And if it goes below 1290, then 1218 should hold. I mean, I'm not saying it should hold, but in this current scenario, if it doesn't hold that 1218 level, then we need to be prepared for a retest of the June lows. But for now, the market is only doing what we wanted it to do in a wave 2 scenario here, to come back into this region. We've currently held, or we are holding, the 50% retracement. So that's another thing that we need to consider. I mean, as long as we're holding the 50% retracement, the move down here could also just be a larger A wave. We then get a B and a C. That might make sense from a perspective of, you know, how much time have we actually spent in this correction? Not too much. It came down quite rapidly. If you look at how long this wave 1 took, it started back in November. Yeah, and this really here only took, I don't know, a month. So it's not really enough time for a wave 2 to completely correct the price action time-wise. It's of course possible, it's still valid, yeah, but it's just something where I'm saying, ideally, I would like to see a bit more of a complex correction. So again, scaling into this area, trading the B wave, again, scaling in when we come down in C, but we don't know. But it's certainly a possibility. Yeah, because as long as it's holding the 50% fib level, which it is at the moment, that's 1409, as long as that's the case, that sort of more complex correction is certainly still a likely option. From a trading point of view, it doesn't make too much of a difference because I do expect here some kind of a bounce either now or after one more low. At the moment, one more low would be preferred. But again, it needs to hold that 1218 level. I'm leaning towards some kind of a bounce here shortly, but first of all, one more low, then a bounce, then down would be great. Because even in a more bearish scenario, let's say we come down and make even new lows and head back into a bear market, we've come down so much now that we should get some kind of a bounce, even if this turns into a 5-wave move down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should still see some kind of a bounce shortly. Let me just delete that again here. And one more reason why I do highlight that. Let's take a look at the indicators. Let's look at the relative strength index. We are, let me zoom in. We are here nearly in the oversold range. Of course, it still has a bit of space, but look at from what level we bounced off last time. That was back here in November. We touched the 30 level on the RSI and did that or made that significant rally. So that is, we're heading into that region now. I'm saying at the moment preferred would be one more tiny low because we haven't touched the 30 level yet, but it's basically that region in which we now get. So it's highly interesting. I think next week will be extremely interesting for crypto. A lot of decisions there, decision making in the market. And yeah, at the moment, my focus would be here on this fourth wave to focus on these resistances and to be watching if we are able to break above it or not. And as long as we are not, another focus down in the fifth wave would be preferred. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.